Throughout the Midwest, Bo Ryan's Wisconsin Badger basketball camps are starting soon. Accommodating boys entering grades 2 through 12, our sessions include a father-son camp, advanced skills camp, a team camp, shooting camp, resident commuter camps, and of course, our popular day camp. All camps are medically supervised and feature a 10-to-1 player-coach ratio. We invite you to join us for a terrific learning experience while spending time on the beautiful UW-Madison campus. Available spots in the Wisconsin boys basketball camps are filling up fast. Call 608-265-3507 today for more information.
These businesses would like to congratulate the Monroe boys basketball team for reaching the WIAA state championships. Tim F. Young Insurance Agency in Monroe proudly salutes the Monroe boys basketball team. Congratulations on making it to state and continued success at the tournament. The Monroe Clinic is proud to support Monroe High School athletics and the Monroe boys basketball team. Go Cheesemakers, and best of luck at the state tournament.
Wilderness Fish and Game is your complete outdoor supply headquarters. Over 1,000 firearms from Browning, Remington, Winchester, Benelli, Beretta, and more. Turkey calls and accessories from Quaker Boy, Loman, Mad, HS Strut, and Primos. Hunting blinds from Double Bull, Ameristep, and Hunter's View. Learn from the pros and our knowledgeable staff at the 19th Annual Free Turkey Clinic and Sale, Saturday, March 19th, featuring free clinics. Wilderness Fish and Game on the River's Edge, Sauk City.
Let the adventure begin.
Wanakee Furniture, ETC, and Gift Gallery. Visit us today.
Celebrating the magic of March, the Wisconsin Division of Quincy Newspapers Incorporated presents the 90th Annual WIAA Boys State Basketball Championships, live from Madison, Wisconsin. This WIAA sports exclusive is brought to you statewide by Marshfield Clinic, where the future of medicine lives. Menards is a proud sponsor of WIAA Boys Basketball and wishes your team the best of luck. Save big money at Menards. Rural Mutual Insurance Company, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin's families and businesses. The Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board and Wisconsin's dairy producers. The Wisconsin Education Association Council, proud to support WIAA boys and girls sports, invites you to visit weac.org to learn how great schools benefit you. And by the Community Bankers of Wisconsin. We're the definition of local. Visit us at communitybankers.org.
Ball Center in Madison, the 2005 WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament continues with the Division II semifinals. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Madison again. John Nedelkoff along with Jay Wilson. Our first Division II semifinal features the Monroe Cheesemakers against the Racine St. Catherine's Angels. And, John, we could see all of this 94-foot floor used this afternoon.
They get after it, Jay. Up and down, past tempo. The only difference is one group, Monroe, really likes to shoot the three and do it well with a three-headed monster. By the other end, St. Cat's, they get it inside. It's a Bermuda Triangle where they eat the glass. They get a lot of second chance points.
Let's take a look at our Menards points of the game. As you say, John, Monroe led by their guards. Their top scorers, Ryan Young, Kyle Falker, Aaron Richard.
They're like the Big Ten version of Illinois' three guards. They can drive it, kick it, hit the three, get it to the rim, and they're very aggressive. They're very athletic. They got that extra step every time they get in the paint.
Racine St. Catherine's Angels, a very athletic team, but as you say, more of an inside presence with the Killer Bees, Reggie Bunch, Devron Bostic, Cordero Barkley.
They're a nasty crew. Boy, they play unselfish between the three of them as well as their two counterparts. But the thing is, what they do so well, they really get off the floor and they get off quick, and then they get that second chance point.
It should be a high-energy game and a high-energy crowd. Division II crowds always seem to have a little buzz about them. Monroe sold over 1,900 tickets to get here, so it should be quite an afternoon.
You still have that small-town atmosphere at the Division II level, so you get that big crowd every time at the state tournament.
All right, we'll meet the lineups in just a few moments, but right now let's take a break to hear from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
A passion for learning. Excellence in education. Pride in sharing the rewards of accomplishment. That's why we established the Marshfield Clinic Science Award, presented to the students and teachers of each championship school. Winning at life is how you play the game.
At Menards, we guarantee to save you big money and provide the best service and quality. Durable full-wood blinds by Town & Country start at $12.88 each. Vertical blinds are also on sale and can be cut to your exact size. Stylish area rugs from the Serendipity collection by Shaw feature rich colors and intricate patterns. 5 by 8 foot rugs are $98. Menards, guaranteed to save you big money.
Save big money at Menards.
Dreams. They're what life is all about. Homeownership. Owning a business. College education. Retirement planning. A sense of community. Dreams. They're what community bankers in Wisconsin help make happen. To find a community bank near you, visit us at communitybankers.org.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets from glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our national anthem now. Let's meet the lineup. Division II semifinals, Racine St. Catharines Monroe Cheesemakers. Here's public address announcer Scott Nelson.
Once again, welcome to the Kohl Center for the 2005 WIAA Boys State Basketball Tournament and this Division II semifinal matchup between the Monroe Cheesemakers and the Racine St. Catharines Angels. First, let's meet the Monroe Cheesemakers. Number 10, Brett Hick. Number 12, Mark Fields. Number 20, Ryan Bechtel. Number 21, Dan Suter. Number 25, Kevin Fields. Number 32, Wayne Fox. Number 33, Jared Keene. Number 34, Charlie Cates. And number 42, Adam Hutchinson. Now let's meet the Angels. Number 14, DJ Smith. Number 20, Brandon Scott. Number 21, Chris Brown. Number 22, Wardell Satterwhite. Number 24, Dan Howard. Number 25, James Harzma. Number 30, Paul Tarkowski. Number 33, Jason Dumont. And number 35, Matt Gertenbach. And now the starting lineups for the Monroe Cheesemakers. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 11, Kyle Folker. At center, a 6'4" senior, number 43, Nathaniel Scott. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 3, Aaron Richard. At guard, a 6' senior, number 4, Ryan Young. And at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 5, Mitch Kubley. The Cheesemakers are under the direction of head coach Pat Murphy. And now the starters for the Racine St. Catharines Angels. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 32, Reggie Bunch. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 34, Cordero Barkley. At center, a 6'4" junior, number 31, Devron Bostwick. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 11, Sadale Lockridge. And at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 13, Jamie DeMatthew. The Angels are under the direction of head coach Bob Lesh. And the officials for today's game are John Page from Hudson and Jeff Linehan from River Falls.
Another look at our starting lineups for Monroe. They start 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Keep your eyes on the single digits. Number 3, Aaron Richard. Number 4, Ryan Young. Number 5, Mitch Kugley. He's the point guard. Kugley in the sectional semis and final. 13 assists, no turnovers. For Racine St. Catharines, 2 seniors, 3 juniors. Outside of the 3 Bs, watch number 13, Jamie DeMatthew. 7.5 points per game. All-conference honorable mention in the Lakeshore Conference. Monroe will be in the red uniforms. Racine St. Catharines in the white, with the black lettering with gold trim. Racine St. Catharines come out, John. They're taller and they're a little wider than Monroe. It'll be interesting to see how the cheesemakers can handle that size.
Like we said, you know, both like to go up and down the court, but they approach the half-court level a little bit differently.
Here we go. Division II semifinals underway. Falker controls the tip to Kugley.
Monroe, you're going to see the swing offense a little bit loose, a lot of skips, a lot of threes, quick looks sometimes.
No surprise they run the swing because Pat Murphy played for Bo Ryan in Platteville. We'll get into more of that a little bit later as our game goes on. Now here's Monroe, first offensive possession.
A lot of back screens, a lot of flare screens for how they run the swing offense because they shoot the ball so well.
Aaron Richard, double team, knocked away by Barkley. Here come the Angels. That's Bunch. And Richard comes away with it for Monroe.
Again, they're going to come right back at you, even with the turnover.
That's Barkley on Falker. Ryan Young missed it. Rebound to Falker.
Big thing with Monroe is you keep attacking their pressure, making them move their feet, get them in foul trouble. Sometimes St. Cat's tends to leave their feet too often.
That Monroe shot misses, and the rebound to Jamie DeMatthew for Racine St. Catharines.
Little motion, high-low flash. Try to clear out one side because they're so athletic.
Del Lockridge, number 11. Jamie DeMatthew will try to baseline. Looking to feed there, and Bostic, Devron Bostic gets the first basket of the game for the Angels.
That's where he lives. You're going to see 80% of the time he sits on the right-hand block and just tortures you there.
Richard. Darn near made the basket, but he draws the foul, so Aaron Richard goes to the free throw line. Number 11, Sadale Lockridge gets the personal foul. First personal, first team.
Patent move by Richards. Very strong, very tough kid. Loves to go hard left. Not easy to guard lefties because you're so used to practicing guarding righties.
Big numbers for Aaron Richard on the season. He began the year as the 6th man on this team. He's played his way into the starting rotation at 13 points a game.
Again, very unselfish person. Was on the varsity for 4 years, so he was willing to play 6th man for a while as a senior.
1 of 2 for Richard, who's a 66% free throw shooter.
Show and go press. Might see a trap once in a while.
DeMatthew will bring it up against Kugley.
Again, DeMatthew's their 1 3-point threat, but otherwise they want to get it in the paint.
Now Lockridge. Barkley. Look at the passing interior, and Devron Bostic gets another one.
Monroe did a nice job doubling down, but Barkley sensed the weak side coming to him.
Richard gets caught up, gets the ball back. Had to change his shot because Bostic was there. Here comes St. Catharines again.
Like I said, they might go inside, but they like to push it and see if they can get an easy look right away.
That time, Falker with a steal for Monroe.
Good footwork by the defender.
Here's Richard. Strong move. Got it.
Great hips across, jump stop, finished with a strong move.
Aaron Richard listed as 5'10", but he was played big on that one. 4-3 St. Catharines.
Their guards got an extra step, and they got an extra level in their jump.
Matthew. Reggie Bunch. To Lockridge.
Then, as you can see, Bostic sits on that right-hand post while the other 4 guys step in and out.
Rodero Barkley is headed to Fine Division I college career. DeMatthew for three for St. Catherine's. Jamie DeMatthew.
Like we talked, he's been a three-point shooter of late. He makes some big buckets when they need somebody against a zone or a second man.
7-3.
Again, a number of back screens and reposts for an up screen, as you're seeing right here.
Steal DeMatthew. He'll lay it in.
Lying in the weeds, just anticipating that cut. Took a chance, made it count.
9-3 Angels. Falker. Steal. Bunch. Has Richard to beat. Foul.
Again, St. Cat's is doing what they picked up in the whole season. They really anticipate well. They really make you go backdoor, and if you don't, they're going to cause you pressure on the perimeter.
There's the steal by Jamie DeMatthew.
Again, he's been a big factor for St. Cat's, especially the way he's been shooting the three, opening it up a little bit more for him when teams pack it in.
Reggie Bunch makes the first of two substitutions for Monroe. 32 is Wayne Fox. 34 is Charlie Cates. Defensively, it looks like there's more than 5 Angels out there. They're all over the place.
They cover ground. They use their long wingspan. You can't coach that. You can't simulate it in practice. It's very difficult. The big thing with Monroe is got to use a lot of shot fakes. Got to chin it. Got to get them off their feet. Get them, read them, get them to the line.
11-3.
Little double down out of the Pioneer play.
Young, long three. Tip there by Lockridge. Back to Monroe. Falker, short.
Definitely adjusted the shot on that one.
Barkley might have even gotten a piece of it. Here's DeMatthew. This time he goes inside, and the ball is loose off the floor to Kyle Falker. Here comes Monroe running. Second turnover on Racine St. Catherine's. Falker stopped there by Barkley.
Again, I like how Monroe taxed. They pulled it back out, didn't have anything. Let's get a good look at the half-court level. Little fade screen, not always coming off the back screen, seeing what the defense offers.
Young, blocked there by Bostic, but foul.
Good attack, definitely got the foul, got the contact at the line.
First personal, second team foul. I tell you, Monroe's going right at him.
That's what they've done all year. You can't go away from your bread and butter. Coach Murphy, we're not going to slow it down. We're not going to go half court. We're going to attack them, and we'll take what we get.
Ryan Young at the free throw line. He hit 6 3-point shots against Platteville in the first game of Monroe's tournament run, and he's short on that free throw.
Little bit different depth here. Takes a little time, even with a practice. A short practice takes a little time, but good shooters find a way.
Young, a 69% free throw shooter. 1 of 2 for him.
Again, a little diamond press, show and go. Once in a while, a trap in the corner.
Matthew to Barkley. This is Bunch.
Excellent decision. Could have gave it up. The defender kind of committed to the pass, adjusted it well.
13-4 Racine St. Catherine's.
Monroe's got to get a good look here. Get settled down, especially at the half-court level.
Falker with a tough matchup against Cordero Barkley.
He swallows up people all year. He's played postman as big as 6'9". He'll play point guards as short as 5'7".
But there's Monroe. Ryan Young for 3. 13-7.
Again, you'll see a number of sets for Young. He comes off screens extremely well, being ready to shoot. Again, Bostic trying to hunker down in that post.
Lockridge. Swinging around now to Barkley. Cordero Barkley for 3. Rebound to Ryan Young for Monroe.
Coach Murphy'd like to see him out there more. Again, everybody posts up in the swing offense. Everybody gets the same cuts. Monroe runs a little bit looser because they're so good on the perimeter, but everybody's making basket cuts like this.
That's Young. Got another. Here come the Cheesemakers. 6 points for Young. The lead's down to 4.
Again, you could see a double here. Little clock action, trying to isolate one in the post. Little Kansas series, then there's the high-low.
Falker. Not the entry pass out of bounds. It'll be Racine St. Catherine's ball. When we come back, now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
I'll be working till the sun goes down. Then spent the time another dollar bound. Sun goes down.
There's no way to describe the kind of risk a small business owner takes, but there is a way to insure it. Rural Mutual. We understand what's at stake.
Gonna be here, don't matter how long, till the sun goes down.
I am the director of my child's well-being. I will handpick my staff.
Childhood illness can fill you with fear or determination.
My kids are everything. Choosing a doctor, I don't mess around.
Marshfield Clinic has the area's only full-time pediatric specialists to treat sick and premature babies.
When my child is sick, I'm in charge.
Take control of your child's health. Choose the place with the most pediatric specialists in the region. Marshfield Clinic.
John Nedelkoff, Jay Wilson at the Kohl Center in Madison. Thank goodness we had a timeout. Everybody needed to catch your breath. What a great 6 minutes that was.
Hey, it's what we figured, up and down. Both teams using their bread and butter, trying to get the most out of what they got right now, right away.
Early field goal story. Monroe getting ahead, hit of the last couple shots. 3 of 8 now. St. Catherine's, great start, 5 of 7. A lot of those from in close.
They're doing what they need to do well. You're going to see a little 1-4 flat, little lob out, and then a duck in pie to the corner.
Inbound, tipped away, stays with Racine St. Catharines. The 2005 WIAA tournament is brought to you by the Community Bankers of Wisconsin. We're the definition of local. Visit us at communitybankers.org. Barkley. Counted and a foul for Cordero Barkley.
He's definitely a slasher, likes to go baseline or to the paint. That's what he does well, exceptionally well on the offensive end. Again, little duck in, took it and ripped it right to the right, made a good decision.
Nathaniel Scott with a personal foul for Monroe, his first, second team. Here's Barkley missing, the UW Green Bay recruit. Oh, they got some players coming to Green Bay, huh?
Without a doubt, they get a heck of a recruiting class. Little backdoor, played 30.
Richard now floats to the lane, short on a left-hander. Barkley rebounds for the Angels.
Again, all 5 guys run the court, Jay.
DeMatthew. Offensive foul on Jamie DeMatthew.
That's a signature from Coach Murphy's teams. Even going back as far as the Mineral Point days, he took the charge. His kids take the charge.
That's Aaron Richard.
Little special set coming on. A lot of sets when they have a dead ball, Monroe.
First personal foul on Jamie DeMatthew. Now 3 fouls in Racine St. Catharines.
Little UCLA to the corner to get a 3.
Falker. Barkley challenged. Missed though. Rebounded by Charlie Cates. Daniel Scott.
A lot of nice basket cuts. Good post feet.
Charlie Cates hook a little long, and Barkley goes long to Bunch. Beautiful reverse layup for Reggie Bunch. He has 6.
When a 4 and 5 man get on the break, that's a dangerous thought.
And now the Angels have extended the lead back to 8.
Got to keep moving. Don't let the perimeter pressure get to you. Make them handle the back cuts.
That pass from Scott to Falker goes out of bounds. Turnover Monroe. Turnover number 4. Here's that last play, John.
And again, everybody thinks they're so half-court in the paint. They do such an exceptional job getting on the break. All 5 guys run the court.
So Pat Murphy's gone a little bigger here with Cates and Scott in the lineup.
Little spread into a little isolation in the post.
That's a 3 by Bostic. Misses. Followed. Barkley counted and a foul.
Coach Slatch likes what he's doing. He guards the best offensive player on the other end, hits the boards, takes it off to the rack, does a little of everything.
So Monroe made a little run to get back to within 4, but now Racine St. Catharine's on a streak. Falker out. Mitch Kubley back in, number 5 for Monroe.
Get a big thing with Monroe. They don't always shoot it exceptionally well, St. Cat's on the first shot, but they get so many second chance points. They got to keep them off the boards, otherwise it could be a longer half.
5 points for Barkley, 20-9. Richard fades away, missed it. That's Lockridge for St. Catharine's.
Let's see a little spread here, a little isolation. With Barkley, it looks like a little spread, so we got a one-on-one mismatch.
Lob into Barkley. Nice help there. stay with Racine St. Catharines.
Coach Letch calls that isolation special because he actually learned it from Al McGuire about 30-some years ago he was talking about the other day.
Bob Letch's 26th season with Racine St. Catharines. 414 wins, 196 losses. There's a layup by Reggie Bunch.
Likes to go back, even though he's a right-hand player, really ripped it through well.
22-9.
Getting a little backstring for a fade.
Blocked there by Barkley. St. Catharines has scored the last 9, and they have the ball again. Here's Bunch inside. There's Bostic. And a foul.
That's as good as it gets. You get a great defensive presence. 5 guys are running the court, and all of a sudden the 5-man ends up on the block before anybody down there gets the foul.
Watch this block.
You can't teach that in practice. You can't simulate it in practice. You just hope. And then he comes down and hustles down at the other end and gets fouled.
So DeBron Bostic is at the free throw line. 4 points today. Only 5/10 of a second left in a very fast-paced, quick first quarter. Bostic makes that one, 23-9. Monroe will just run out the quarter. The Angels have a 14-point lead. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
March Madness at American. Sale prices, zero interest financing, and incredible values. Buy a Whirlpool top-load washer and save 20% on the matching dryer. Every freezer and countertop microwave at American is on sale. Get the low price on American's incredible refrigerator selection with zero interest for 2 years on specially tagged models. And get free delivery on Maytag, GE, and Whirlpool washers and dryers. Sale prices, zero interest financing, incredible extra values. That's March Madness. That's American.
The world's pepperoni experts on Pizza Hut's new Pepperoni Trio Pizza with 3 flavors of pepperoni.
I detect classic pepperoni. There's something more. A hint of hickory. A subtle spiciness. Southwestern, I believe.
Pizza Hut's new Pepperoni Trio Pizza.
1, 2, 3.
3 flavors of pepperoni. All the classic pepperoni you love, plus 2 new flavors of pepperoni for triple the pepperoni taste. A large is just $10.99.
A pepperoni trifecta.
You only get 3 flavors of pepperoni topping when you gather around the good stuff.
After 1 quarter, Racine St. Catharines 23, Monroe 9. We look at the statistics. We see Monroe only 1 of 3 from three-point range. The Cheesemakers average 18 three-point attempts per game. They're not even getting shots.
Well, you got Barkley and a few others with those long arms and really extending, and they're athletic. They're trying to get the looks. They're running their offense fairly well, but it's a little difficult to get the shot off.
Points in the paint, too. Look at that. 16 for St. Catharines, only 4 for Monroe.
That's St. Cat's. They've always done it whether it's off the first shot or second shot.
And the Angels get the first possession of quarter number 2. Right after this, it'll be Seymour and Northwestern in our second Division II semifinal.
Again, a little isolation spread. They see the physical mismatch called special, something they've done all year with certain guys with whatever they see can get an easy score.
Here's steal there by Richard, but now driving it Barkley, finding Bunch for 2 more.
Barkley doing what his whole attitude is, unselfish, unselfish.
10 points for Reggie Bunch. 25-9.
Getting a little simple stagger, trying to get a guy open for a 3.
Kubley, miss. Rebound Barkley. Ahead to Bunch. Tip pass to Bostic.
It was just a possession goal. The other person gave it up and got an easy look. They see each other so well, especially the 3, 4, and 5 man for St. Cat's.
And Pat Murphy has to call another timeout. 7-11 left second quarter. 27-9. Racine St. Catharines. Look at that last play there, John.
I tell you, they really are finding each other at the half court, now at the full court level. And like I said before, when 4 and 5 men lead the break, that's very difficult to handle. It's almost not fair.
No. So far, it's not. Closed captioning of the 2005 WIAA Boys and Girls Basketball Championships brought to you by your WIAA network station. You look at the Racine St. Catharines bench. They've made 11 field goals and they have 7 assists. That's a nice little ratio to have.
And that was the big word that Coach Letch always said. This team is so unselfish. They see each other well. They know the roles. But we've heard that story before with other teams. But he says, this is it. This team really looks for each other, led by Cordero. He's such a team leader. He talks to the young guys all the way down to the grade school levels. He really stays positive.
At the beginning of the year, Cordero Barkley said to Coach Letch, He promised them the team would be unselfish, work hard, and win, and they've done all three.
They've answered what he asked for, and they promised him, and now they've delivered. Again, Monroe, bottom line is they just got to settle down and probably can't shoot it as quick as they have been. Make St. Cat's play a little bit longer defensive possession. But again, they're getting hurt on the break right now more than anything. So they got to get a guy back when the ball goes up off one of their offensive possessions.
Last 3 minutes of all at St. Catherine's, and there's another block by Barkley. And we'll see if that Angels run continues. Barkley gets it back. Now to the post a bunch. Barkley works the lane. Look at him move the ball around. 33, Jason Dumont is now in. Also 25, James Harsman, who had the ball there for a second.
Little high-low isolation with a different post man.
Bunch, strong move to the hoop. He's fouled.
Did an excellent job in ball reversal. They reversed it 3 times, and just in a blink of an eye, it seemed like, and all of a sudden they got the guy in the right-hand post.
Kyle Falker, first personal foul, 4th team foul on Monroe.
Great execution, Jay, but you just don't see that too often in Monroe or in the area around it.
Nathaniel Scott thought, well, finally we get a hoop here, and all of a sudden it turned around. Reggie Bunch, quick start for him, 10 points.
Like everybody said in Southeast Wisconsin, he is the deal when it comes to defense. He's proven it.
Bunch, first team all-conference, Lakeshore Conference. 13 points per game, 61% free throw shooter. 28-9, so the run does continue for the Angels.
Again, still extending that perimeter pressure. A lot of ball screens trying to relieve the pressure.
Richard, it's a pick from Scott. Now they kick it out. Kubley can't pull the trigger, though.
Again, got a driving kick, make a good decision.
Richard. Foul there, 25, James Harsma. First personal.
Did a nice job sealing across. Nice entry into the post. Little shot fake, got the big man off balance, gets to the line.
Monroe's in the red uniform, St. Catherine's in the white. Mentioned before, that's done in alphabetical order. The first team alphabetically in the matchup gets the dark uniform this tournament. Next year they'll reverse it, where the second team alphabetically will wear the dark.
Again, St. Cat's is just with their A game right now, James. They just are flat out doing what they've been doing most of the year, getting after the boards, pushing the ball to court, and making it very difficult to complete a shot.
And on the flip side, if Monroe can somehow get some three-point looks and make a few and get this big crowd into the game, well, they can make up some ground in a hurry. But right now, it's an 18-point hole for Monroe.
Little box set for ISO in the low post.
Now there's an aggressive play by Monroe, and that turns into a possession. The arrow pointing the Cheesemakers' way.
Again, you probably see a set play here, mostly out of a dead ball. Monroe does use one.
Both teams have taken 14 shots. St. Catherine's has made 11 of those 14 in that time. James Harsma ties it up. It goes back to St. Catherine's.
Did an excellent job covering it up, forcing the jump ball.
Ron Bostic back in for Racine St. Catherine's.
This is not uncommon. He played the point about 8 games this season, so he can definitely handle it when it comes to Barkley.
Under 6 minutes left, second quarter. That's a Monroe foul.
Young sophomore is a very good shooter. Coach Lett's debated whether to keep him up or not, but they've seen so much zone at times. He can put some threes in, opens up the post a little bit for St. Cat's.
Brian Young gets his first personal foul. 6 team fouls now on Monroe. So we're not quite to the bonus. 25, Kevin Fields in for Monroe. Bob Letch will also bring in a couple of new faces. 33, Jason Dumont. 11, Sidell Lockridge. Out comes Bunch. Out comes DeMatthew.
Could see a little lob to Bostic right here. He likes it in that right block. If he doesn't get it there, it might be a screen for the screener.
But they'll go out high to Barkley.
Little clock action off the double.
Barkley feeding beautifully to Bostic for 2 more.
He sees the court so well in traffic. He's got people all around him, but he finds a way to get to one of his partners.
9 points for Bostic. The lead is 20.
Again, relieve ball pressure. covers up so much space with his length of his arms. Uses it extremely well to his advantage.
Monroe averages 62.7 points per game. Well, there's a basket for Kyle Falker. Now Monroe's up to 12, but still 30-12. Angels.
Again, Coach Let's probably got a lineup there he probably hasn't had to use too much of late. He gives some guys certain rest.
Falker jumps over his own bench. He's okay as he hit the floor. And he comes back. His hustle.
He did. Outside arm. Didn't go with the inside arm. That allowed him to get the deflection and still be in position.
4:53 left, second quarter. Lockridge, tough luck. Rebound, Barkley.
Does all the little things. Might only average 10 points a game, but in a lot of situations, he'd probably average a lot more, but he's so unselfish.
Cordero Barkley up to 7 points. Lead back to 20. St. Catherine's with 24 points in the paint. Blocked there by Bostic. Race for the ball. Won by Lockridge, but he can't control it. It goes out of bounds to Monroe.
Good hustle by Lockridge.
Unauthorized use or rebroadcast of this program without the express written consent of Quincy Newspapers Incorporated, Wisconsin Broadcast Division, is strictly prohibited in violation of U.S. copyright law.
In a little 1-4 flat. See if they can find a drive and pick series here. Little 4 to score.
St. Catherine's has blocked 5 Monroe shots.
Back into the Michigan swing series.
Falker lost it. But into the hands of Nathaniel Scott now. Barkley does steal it.
We've seen that a few times already.
Yeah. 6 turnovers on Monroe.
He's just so long and anticipates well. Makes the right decision. His body's in position. He just gets after it.
Darryl Lockridge out of James Harzma. Between the legs, corner to Barkley. Lockridge, Barkley. Out about 3, but Falker came out to challenge.
As you can see, trying to keep Bostic in that block. Normally he's in the right-hand block. Little curl screen off the corner.
Barkley gets around the baseline, finds Bostic again.
I think we just have a repetitive performance. Incredible passing. Incredible passing in traffic.
Like that Bill Murray movie. Every morning you wake up and Barkley's hitting Bostic.
Like Coach Letts said, they look for each other so well. All three of the 3 main starters, the killer bees, like you said.
34-12.
Again, ball reversal. Barkley's very intense. He wants more.
Yeah, they don't lay off the accelerator pedal, do they? Tough shot there by Wayne Fox. Couldn't get square. Away come the Angels again.
Been always looking up the court, looking for the open man. He knows he'll get it back sooner or later.
Now Bostic floats to the baseline and drops in the shot again.
He's the one that hit the big perimeter shot against Milwaukee Lutheran to put them in the lead in the sectional final after being down by 15 points.
Bostic is 6 of 7 from the field. That might have been the first one that wasn't a layup.
Yeah, and he contested the shot even though it was a double screen. He still got a hand in the face.
Kubley, 3 rims out. Barkley just picks the rebound out of the air, and now St. Catherine's will call a timeout, 32nd, with 2:10 left in the half.
Seems like there's 5 34s out there right now for St. Catherine's. As he's getting the rebound on one end, make the pass the other. He's finishing on one side. He's getting the deflection. They're just doing a solid job. They're playing their A game. They're picking up right where they left off all season.
Devron Bostic has been sensational offensively here in the first half.
Good movement. The big man steps up, steps out, makes it.
Mr. Barkley has had a lot to do with making him the offensive player that he is in the first half. What a great basketball tradition at Racine St. Catherine's. 9 WISA championships, 11 times a runner-up in WISA. This is their first trip to the WIAA state tournament. But how about Jim Jones, All-American in Marquette? Played 10 years in the NBA, and Sharif Chambliss, who will be playing for the Wisconsin Badgers at the point tonight also.
Some big-time names.
Yeah. We got a few more names that are going to be put on that list.
Again, a little Cincinnati action, possibly a little open post. Clear out one side again.
Jamie DeMatthew back in for St. Catherine's. Now Bostic finds Bunch. Beautiful pass there to Lockridge. Everybody's into the act.
And Monroe rated down hard, but again, that sixth sense he's got for making that pass.
And count the basket for Monroe, Charlie Case. Want a trivia question? What is...
How many points do I get at this score?
You get all the admiration of all. What's Racine St. Catherine's field goal percentage in this game, you think?
I'll take a shot, probably 80%.
Unbelievable. You win the prize.
All right.
16 of 20.
That's pretty good.
You looked.
No, I didn't.
No,
I'm a social studies teacher. I don't have math.
That's pretty good. How about that? You shoot 80%. We saw Oshkosh Lord shoot a Division IV record 63% in our Division IV semifinals today. So what background, what tight rims? They'll go in if you shoot them, right?
Well, they're doing what they do. They got high percentage shot, like Coach Ryan says. The shots that they're getting are 4 to 5 feet from the rim, and they're converting on every chance.
Yeah, Jason Dumont offering wasn't quite there, but that's a turnover on Monroe, so the Angels get it right back. 24, Dan Howard, his first appearance for Racine St. Catherine.
Then Coach Letch can rest some guys. You got a game tomorrow. I know it's a long ways from over, but you got a chance to give them a breather, especially on this big floor.
We saw Madison Memorial do that last night in Division I, where Matthews and Rory Vernon and guys like that got a breather. Boy, field goals today. Monroe shooting half of its average, while Racine St. Catherine, wow, they're in a slump. They're down to 76%.
I tell you, I wish they were the stock market. But I tell you, Monroe is doing a good job. They're moving the ball well. St. Cat's covers up so many looks that you'd normally get during the season. A lot different than the regular season, the way they're playing.
Falker can't convert it. Now a Monroe foul. Jared Keene is in, number 33. First person.
Monroe tacking a little bit better, getting a couple full court looks, just couldn't convert on that one.
Bonus situation for St. Catherine's. Kyle Falker can take that shot about 100 times and make 99 of them.
The wear and tear sometimes, gets to you. Probably shouldn't have laid it in. Should have took it in a little strong. Kind of flipped it up there.
Well, I suppose you think, gee, I wonder what's coming from behind me too, huh?
That's probably
from
even a
the
better
side.
answer. Exactly. Exactly.
Sidell Lockridge, 4.5 points per game, 67% free throw shooter. Rattles in the first of a bonus opportunity.
Very tough competitor. Likes to get to the paint. Has improved his game as the year has gone along.
Foul was on Jared Keene for Monroe, his first. 17 fouls for Monroe. St. Catherine's only 5. As we hit the final 45 seconds of the first half. 40-15.
Probably looking for a double screen off a stagger. Little fade, nice cut, basket cut.
Ryan Young.
Saw that earlier in the game.
Young has 8 of Monroe's 17 points.
Again, gonna go 5-out motion, spread them. Little Cincinnati type action. Keep one guy close to the bucket, but they're really gonna spread you out. Similar to what Vincent does when they got the lead, and they're capable of doing it all 5 minutes.
10 seconds in the quarter. DeMatthew.
Look to try to get it in, drive and kick series.
Lockridge. Have to put it up. That's Dan Howard missing. And that's the half. An impressive showing by Racine St. Catherine's, 40-17 at halftime. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Price check.
Shake stuff up.
Price check on 2.
Winning the big game takes hard work, focus, and a commitment to the team. And that's a lesson that applies off the court as well. Wisconsin public schools are great schools. Our teachers are the finest in the nation, and our students succeed at every level. Through hard work, focus, and a commitment to our schools, we can ensure a brighter future for our children and a better Wisconsin for us all. WEAC is proud to support WIAA boys and girls sports and reminds you that great schools benefit you.
At halftime of our first Division II semifinal in the 90th annual WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament, Racine St. Catherine's 40, Monroe 17. Let's see. By the time we got the anthem and the lineups, it was about 20-2. Right now, my watch says 2:13. That first half was just, and Monroe's got to be thinking.
They're just a little bit better right now. They're doing what they do so well, St. Cat's. They're getting high percentage shots, high numbered shots. They're getting it right to the rim every time, even though it's out of the full court situation. They're really breaking Monroe down at a full court level. Monroe's giving a good shot, but the other end is St. Cat's covers up so fast with those long arms.
Are there other things Monroe can try? I mean, they've tried some things, but what else can you come up with from your bag of tricks?
The biggest thing is to stick with what you do well, get a little bit more efficient with it. But again, they have to. One thing that's really hurt Monroe is transition, and they're probably a little caught off guard by that.
And we're going to see some really interesting numbers that statistically in the first half that even emphasizes more the 40-17 lead for Racine St. Catherine's. And as we continue our halftime activities, we look at some of the Racine St. Catherine students entertaining the fans here at the Kohl Center. Right now, let's go to our own Bob Bradovich.
Thanks, Jay. Racine St. Catherine's very impressive in this first half, leading Division II semifinal. Right now, I'm joined by Dave Kelleher, and we're going to talk a little bit about officiating. One thing new this year, I think if fans are paying real close attention, they'll see a little black box clipped to the back of the officials. What is that black box? What is its purpose?
It's part of a precision timing element that the WIA is introducing this year. And basically what it does is when they blow the whistle, the officials on the court, it automatically stops the clock. As one of the timers here, we've been impressed with how quickly it stops the clock. It takes that human element out of it.
And earlier today, you were practicing that system out, blowing the whistle every 2 minutes, and that's worked really well, and it does take some of that human element. Talk about that.
Well, number one, it really doesn't affect the official so much because all he does is blow his whistle, but we on the score table have to be alert in case there's a failure. So we start and stop, but we're always behind the time. We would lose, Bob, on the average of 0.5 of a second every time we'd stop it.
Right.
Human element. But with this, it stops it pretty quickly, and at the end of the game, you know that can make a big difference to a coach and a team.
Any concern with this kind of system that somebody in the crowd might have a whistle?
Well, it's amazing. You can have a lot of noise. It's got to come right from that. They've got a microphone right next to the whistle on the official, so it eliminates that human error part of it, somebody having a whistle. Thankfully, they don't.
Now, this year's tournament, you're using the traditional two-person crew, but I understand a change for next year with the three-person crew. Talk about that.
Well, that's an interesting change. As you know, that's what they use at the collegiate level, and the National Federation and the WIA are beginning to go that way. A couple of things will happen. Number one, there won't be more fouls. Everybody's thinking there's going to be a third official, there's going to be more fouls. Being a collegiate official as well as a high school official, it really doesn't change. But what it does is it takes some of the guesswork out of it. And believe it or not, sometimes we don't get the best angle in two-person. With three-person, that third person will get a better angle and will get that foul, and it won't be as much as a guess as we know we got it right.
What kind of adjustments will officials, veteran officials who've worked a two-person crew all their career, when they go to a three-person crew, what adjustments will they have to make, and what can your association, the WIA, do to help people adjust to this new system?
Well, first of all, there will be a number of three-person camps conducted throughout the state this summer. A lot of our universities run team camps, and so we're going in and work at those camps, and so we'll be introducing as many people to three-person that we can. The other thing about the three-person situation is a lot of times rotations become important. You have to do it a few times till you get comfortable with it. I think what you'll find out, and I say this kind of kiddingly, we always say that you don't have to work as hard, but good officials will work just as hard with three-person as they do with two. We may not have as long a run, and as you know, with the 10-foot longer court in high school, we're used to that from college, but it makes a difference for the officials just like it does for the kids.
And taking some of the guesswork out of officiating, obviously a big concern.
Yes, it is. And you know, when you get to this level, the one thing we want to make sure is that the kids and the coaches are given that equal opportunity to be successful without that guesswork.
And more opportunities for people to join the officiating crew.
That's correct, and we hope that they'll follow through. Deb Hauser's doing some wonderful things with precision timing and with the three-person innovation, so it'll make a big difference to our tournament in the next few years.
All right, Dave Keller, thanks very much for your time. Changes to look forward to in next year's WIA State Tournament. If you'd like DVD copies of this or any of our televised WIAA tournament, the folks at When We Were Young Productions can help you out. Just enclose $24.95 per copy, $6.95 shipping and handling. Call the toll-free number you see on your screen, and that DVD copy will arrive on your doorstep within 4 to 6 weeks. We're at the half of this Division II semifinal. Let's send it back courtside. John Nedelkoff and Jay Wilson.
Bob, thanks very much. Well, Racine St. Catherine's only loss of this year was to Whitefish Bay Dominican, a team that will play for the Division III championship tomorrow. And all indications are so far that Racine St. Catherine's wants a berth for a gold trophy of their own.
Without a doubt, they're A game, but they're doing what they've done all year. Get it to a high percentage area, convert, but they're really shooting it well, and they're really getting it close to the bucket. And the Killer Bees are doing what they've always done.
Yeah.
Really look for each other well.
And Monroe, their strength is the three-point shot. And again, they haven't strung any together. Well, they haven't been getting any for one thing, but if they somehow can start things going, maybe they can make a little dent in that big lead.
Again, it's not from lack of effort or lack of execution. It's just that St. Cat's, Jay, does such a fantastic job covering you up, and Barkley leads the way.
All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights of our Division II semifinal. And we start out with Monroe. Made a nice play earlier here with Ryan Young.
Very difficult shot, but a good step back three.
But Racine St. Catherine moving the ball so well.
Little movement, little flip behind, but a great decision in, and that's something that really opened up the game for St. Cat's, the full court break.
This is Barkley to bunch.
Again, just amazing how their 4- and 5-man get out on the break. When you can do that, it's a very dangerous situation.
Barkley to Bostic.
Did that 4 times, found a nice touch pass, got a number of assists around the bucket.
As you say, John, Monroe has not quit. Here's a nice look inside to Ryan Young again.
Again, against the pressure, you got a basket cut, good feed in the post.
But it adds up to a 40-17 lead for Racine St. Catherine's after our first 2 periods. And here's some more interesting numbers from that first half.
Again, like you said, Jay, Monroe lives by the 3-point, but they can't even get that 3-point look. They only got 6 attempts. They usually have 18 or 20 by the end of the game. They're having a very difficult time even finding that shot. While St. Cat's, they do what they do well, and they're getting it at the full court level, and that makes it even more scary because they can definitely do it at the half court level.
How about assists? 11-1. Monroe had 1 assist in the whole first half, only 6 field goals.
Just how much they're pressuring the ball, making it very difficult to get into their offense, but at the same time, St. Cat's is on a record pace for assists.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the leading scorers for half number 1. For Monroe, Ryan Young has 8 of the 17 points. Then it drops off to 4 for Richard, 3 for Cates.
Really,
3 Bs.
Really, they're doing it all, and they're shooting at 75 to 85% between the 3 of them. But they shot 60% each one of them during the season, so this is nothing uncommon at times.
Bostic is 6 of 7 from the field. Bunch 4 of 5. Barkley 3 of 4. Well, we'll see if Monroe can find a way to inch back in this one, but right now it's all Racine St. Catherine's at halftime. We'll be back with the start of the 3rd quarter in just a little bit, but now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Pure, fresh water, an essential part of everyday life. We need it to drink, clean, wash, even generate power. Clean water is a necessity we sometimes take for granted. Sam's Rotary Well Drillers provides us with that vital clean water, and they've been doing it for over 50 years. Sam's expert crews have constructed thousands of wells for commercial, industrial, municipal, and residential clients. If your home, business, or farm needs a new well, put 3 generations of experience to work for you. Visit us on the web or call Sam's for a free estimate.
The University of Wisconsin-Platteville, what college should be. It should be active. Over 170 organizations, it's hard not to get involved. It should be choices. 47 majors ranging from accounting to zoology. There is something for everyone. It should be personal. With small class sizes, you are not a number, but a person. It should be high-tech. You'll get the hands-on experience that employers are looking for. We are the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, what college should be. Check out our website and apply today.
At the Kohl Center in Madison, thanks for joining us for the 2005 WIAA State Basketball Tournament. Been an impressive show by the Angels of Racine St. Catherine's. The white-clad club from Racine will get the ball first here to start the 3rd quarter, 40-17. Angels.
Big thing with Coach Letch is probably stressing is don't lose your intensity. I know it's easy to say that, but the big thing is they got to stay focused. They got these 16 minutes, and you know, if it keeps going like the way they're going to play tomorrow, but they want a good momentum going into that next game tomorrow, because you don't want to come in sloppy at the end of this half, because you want to build from this like they have all year.
You don't want any bad habits creeping in at this time of year, do you?
Little set play box with a little ball screen out of the corner.
Matthew works on Kubley to start our second half. Here's Sidell Lockridge.
Do a lot of clocking so that they can get somebody isolated in the post.
Now Barkley gets it back from Bunch. Barkley tries three and hits it.
When he starts hitting threes, I don't know what you do, to be honest with you, because they're so inside oriented. He's not, right now, that's not his A game, the three-point shot, but he just knocked it down pretty smooth.
10 points, 7 rebounds for Cordero Barkley.
Getting good cover up. Everybody's in the passing lanes.
Falker gets a three that's too long, right into the hands of Bostic.
You know, a lot of people don't notice that he contested the shot.
Oh, alley-oop from Bunch to Barkley.
And he was just the one that contested the three-point. He found himself at the rim.
Oh, wait, didn't he just shoot a three and contest the three and dunk one? How about Ryan Young answering?
Good answer back. A lot of times that happens, and one team gets a dunk, the other team answers back.
11 points for Ryan Young. Let's see what Barkley has up his sleeve this trip.
And he does everything effortless. Yeah. He's just so smooth. Again, little diagonal cutting with the double down at the free throw line.
Barkley spinning free throw line, missed it.
Then he made a great play there by not going over the back. Could have easily fouled.
Spin move, Aaron Richard, but it's blocked by Barkley.
Like I said before, there's 534s out there right now, Jay. At least I can see only 534s.
Wow.
Going to see a little 1-4 flat, little double to number 4 for Monroe. You're going to see a little double to the corner.
Here's that alley-oop, couple of looks. Bunch to Barkley. Young, jump step, foul.
Again, great fundamental play, something that Coach Forrest Larson really stresses with his team's jump stops after getting hips across. Really got a chance to get a look at the bike, got fouled.
St. Catherine's closing in on a Division II record, perhaps. New Berlin West. That sounds like the Chapel brothers back then, right?
They were pretty big. And then they had another guy that was pretty solid, too, that was about 6'5".
There's Jason Chapel now playing for the University of Wisconsin. 12 points on the day for Ryan Young. He'll get one more free throw. 2005 WIA tournament brought to you by Marshfield Clinic, where the future of medicine lives. Bunch pulls that missed free throw down.
Everything is so extended for St. Catherine. They use their whole body.
Nice big play there by Scott, who blocked off Barkley, but here comes Reggie Bunch for two.
Yeah, nice touch pass across the block. Something Coach Led said they're so unselfish, those three-posters. Good cover up by DeMatthew. Didn't let him get that second look.
That's against Ryan Young. Kubley to Richard. He'll go against the tall timber, and that's another block, I think. Now here come the Angels pushing. Dropping it back to Lockridge. Foul.
Again, made a good defensive play by not leaving their feet, then getting on the break and getting fouled themselves.
Nathaniel Scott, personal foul, his second. Team's first. Here's Sidell Lockridge. 4 points today for the fine guard from Racine St. Catherine's. Also has 4 rebounds.
You know, we've come out for 3 minutes. They've had a substantial lead, but they've come back without basically losing a beat. That's got to be very positive for Coach Letcher. They're really playing at a high level right now, even with a big lead.
Lockridge has made all 3 of his free throw attempts today. And on cue misses, but Bostic followed once. Now Bunch battles in the lane. It's tied up. That was Wayne Fox and Reggie Bunch. Possession goes to Monroe.
Again, probably another set play coming down to free up one of their 3 guards. And then get into the swing. Little double stagger.
Young left open. 3 short. Here comes Reggie Bunch. He has Lockridge on his right. Now back out to Bostic.
Again, number of guys leading the break for St. Cat's. Very difficult to understand who's going to bring it up, and they all do it so well.
Nice to have options in there.
Good inside-outside with a kick.
Bostic from 17.
The big man sits in the block, but he's got a nice touch.
15 points for DeBron Bostic. These guys can do everything. Young, three.
Definitely likes that spot.
That's his 4th three-point basket. Oh, he should get 4, I'm told, for that. No.
Get a little stagger. Little diagonal, try to ISO high-low where he likes to get it.
Bostic lays another one in. 17.
Little pattern and move by Bai. Sits in that right-hand block, but just a minute ago he hits the outside jumper.
Let's get pass in there to Scott.
Good Dominique move, shot fake up and under. Getting a little diamond press, little trap, one and done situation.
Midway through the third quarter, 52-26, St. Catharines.
St. Cat's likes to step to the corner where they can maybe lob it in from the corner.
Bunch, short, rebound, Barkley puts it back.
The thing is, he never brought it down. Yes, he has a lot of talent, but fundamentally he kept the ball above his head and went right back up.
Cordero Barkley now with 14 points. That time, DeMatthew tried to make the steal from behind, but he's called for the foul.
Good call by the referee. Anytime he reaches around the back, it's almost guaranteed.
Second personal on Jamie DeMatthew. Ryan Young's last 3.
Good weighty.
Wow.
Ow.
That should have been 4, huh?
That's past it.
33, Jared Keene is in. 11, Kyle Falker's in for Monroe.
Again, you're going to probably see another set. They usually do out of a dead ball.
25 is Kevin Fields.
Little up screen repost, try to get a guard, missed, little disadvantage.
Matthew fell down trying to defend Young, but he's back up on his feet.
Again, 5 guys inside out. Guards post up, big guys step out. Little of both, good kick over.
That's Falker. He usually hits that, but not that time.
Again, like to step to the corner, slide a guy to the block, see if they can isolate him.
Near turnover there, but DJ Smith, number 14, is in for St. Catharines.
Again, does a nice job, Bostic, sealing across, stepping out.
Bunch, spin move, baseline. How are you going to stop that?
It's quick, it's aggressive, and it's a finish.
15. Monroe can't inbound it, has to call timeout.
I tell you, St. Cat's has not missed a beat, and that's got to be very impressive for their coach left.
What a show. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you win. And sometimes you find yourself at the bottom of a pile of guys who haven't showered in a few hours. In which case, it'd be nice if they'd be good sports and got off. The WIAA Sportsmanship Award. You gotta be good to get it.
At Menards, we guarantee to save you big money and provide the best service and quality. On sale this week, the Raphael Collection by Westinghouse. This ceiling light is $79. The chandelier is only $139. Make painting your ceiling easy with Dutch Boy Ceiling Solutions. It goes on violet but dries bright white to eliminate coverage problems. Only $13.88 a gallon. Menards, guaranteed to save you big money.
Save big money at Menards.
The lead has grown to 30 for the Racine St. Catharines Angels, and their shooting has not tailed off a bit. Bostic is 8 of 9 from the field. Bunch is 6 of 8. Barkley 6 of 8.
That's 80%.
Wow.
What do you do?
Don't
ask me
congratulations.
because I'm
you
sitting
say
right
congratulations, I guess. And there you see the highest field goal percentage in a game in any division in tournament history is .696. Tell you what, Racine St. Catharines has a chance today.
And they're playing a very fundamental, solid defensive team, but they're moving it smooth and they're finding what their bread and butter is. They really do such a good job looking for each other inside.
Bostic rebounded that Missed shot there. There's a steal for Kyle Faulkner for Monroe.
And Monroe's going to keep pushing it. That's what they've done all year.
Monroe, the champions of the Badger South Conference, only the second conference championship in the last 37 years for the Cheesemakers.
They got some nice groups coming up. They've established a youth program. They really make the most out of it. Coach Murphy's got the confidence of the community. Noted for a great deal of football, having a lot of success, but it's nice to see it in basketball too.
Matt Murphy's in his 4th year as Monroe's head coach, a record of 58 wins, 32 losses, and that is a foul, offensive foul. DeMatthew, his 3rd.
Good square up on the defender, got his body and shoulders squared up to the dribbler. Definite charge.
Monroe substitutions, Nathaniel Scott, 43. Number 3, Aaron Richard, also for Racine St. Catharines. There's Sidell Lockridge. He will get Jamie DeMatthew.
Again, something we talked about before. You can get a little bit of rest, get them off their feet, get ready to play, finish out strong, but also get a little rest for tomorrow.
Nathaniel Scott hits the jump shot for Monroe.
Nice touch at the free throw line. Recognized who was open.
James Harzma is back in for the Angels. He gets it into the hands of Lockridge. 4 points now for Nathaniel Scott for Monroe.
Little clock action with a rotation on the weak side for the shooter.
This is DJ Smith with the basketball.
Little triangle series trying to get the high-low with their 3, 4, and 5 man posting up.
That time Bostic tries to hit Smith. Stolen by Richard. Richard all the way to the hoop.
Something that he's noted for, that little acceleration to the paint.
6 points now for Aaron Richard. 56-30.
Again, you're getting a lot of time, getting them off their feet, the starters, which is good. And then you're giving some experience to the younger guys as well.
Jason Dumont handling with now down to 40 seconds. Another fast-moving quarter.
Again, a little diagonal series with their 3 big men. Might spread it. See if they can get a driver a kick or a drive and a dish.
Lockridge. Dumont back out to Harzma. Now down to 22 seconds left.
Stepping out in the Cincy formation, 5-man out. Might get a ball screen curl. Might just drive and kick it to the corner.
Smith with 10 seconds. Now Lockridge. Lane shooting, scoring. When it's going right, it's going right. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
These businesses would like to congratulate the Monroe boys basketball team for reaching the WIAA state championships. Tim F. Young Insurance Agency in Monroe proudly salutes the Monroe boys basketball team. Congratulations on making it to state and continued success at the tournament. The Monroe Clinic is proud to support Monroe High School athletics and the Monroe boys basketball team. Go Cheesemakers, and best of luck at the state tournament.
March Madness at American. Sale prices, zero interest financing, and the extras you just don't get anywhere else. Nothing's hotter than American's prices on computers. This compact computer with DVD burner is just $4.99. And you get Apple's new iPod free with specially tagged computers. And nobody does digital like American. This 5.1 megapixel Sony digital camera is just $244. Plus, you get this all-in-one photo printer free with dozens of digital cameras. Sale prices, zero interest financing, incredible extra values. That's March Madness. That's American.
We head to the 4th quarter, 58-30. Racine St. Catharines with the lead, and the numbers still tipping heavily in favor of the Angels.
I tell you, we see the 77-80% field goal, but I like the assist. They're willing to share it, and it's definitely amplified by the 3 big men underneath.
The record for field goal shooting in any one game in any division at the state tournament, 69%. So right now, St. Catharines is 77. The Division II record for assists in one game is 19. St. Catharines has 16 right now. Record for blocks in the Division II game, 9. St. Catherine's has 7. There's a good start to the fourth quarter as Ryan Young hits another three-point shot.
Little pioneer play, little double down for the two-man, getting a 3.
4 3-point baskets for Young.
Getting a number of guys getting a little experience. Still have a couple guys out there traditionally out there, getting a little stability.
Monroe foul is on Ryan Young.
Monroe foul number 4, Ryan Young.
His third.
Team second.
There's another long one by Young.
Again, Racine St. Cats going to continue to try what they do well, take care of the ball, get that high-low action, and then on defense, cover up fast.
Matt Gertenbach, 6'9", junior center in for Racine St. Catherine's. Bob Lutz makes another move. 21, Chris Brown, a junior guard. So Bunch has 15, Barkley has 14. They're sitting on the bench getting rested for maybe a championship game tomorrow. That sounds like a pretty good deal.
It's a big deal. All three together shooting 80%.
Bostic has 17 points, 8 of 10 from the field. He's still in there.
Again, the big man, Gertenbach, been a project, but they like what they've been doing with him.
Yeah, that time he lost his footing and traveled.
Watching him in practice yesterday, he's got a lot of possibilities. Just a matter of getting a little bit more competitive, especially in game situations. And he's got to see a lot of playing time with the way they can score.
Well, you start with 6'9". If you can mold that a little bit, you're in good shape. Hey, Ryan Young starting to light up. 21 for him.
Doing his thing. Really good quick release on that shot over a long hand.
Now here comes St. Catherine's. Harzma. Miss. Bostic missed the tip, but that's a follow there by Chris Brown.
You're going to see it push to push because that's the only way Monroe knows.
Richard is fearless. Goes up against Gertenbach head-to-head. Draws the foul.
Definitely maybe probably the toughest kid on the Monroe team. Very athletic.
Number 35, Matt Gertenbach, his first team fourth.
It's another Ryan Young three-pointer as he swings along the baseline.
He's ready to shoot, Jay. I mean, if he's not ready, that ball goes back in the stands, but he's ready with his feet, he's ready with his hands. That's half the battle of making a good shot. Being ready, the other is the release.
30-second timeout for Racine St. Catherine's. The 2005 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin's families and businesses. There you see Ryan Young's numbers on the season. 63 three-point field goals coming in today. So far today,
basically
he's 5 for 7 from three-point range.
Shooting 35% from the field at three-point line for the season, but that's like shooting 48-49% when you get an extra point, so it's very impressive.
We mentioned that Monroe head coach Pat Murphy played for Bull Ryan and Platteville from 1990 to 93, and he in fact holds the Platteville record for career free throw shooting percentage, 86.2%.
It was nothing uncommon in high school at Mineral Point. There was one season where he shot 90% from the field. He had a knack of getting the line, so on average, there was some nights where Coach Murphy might get to the line 15 to 18 times. He always found a way to get somebody off their feet. I think he's got the most charges in Platteville history in that.
Well, that's a nice, and you know, you got to go some to do that, to be the leader and taking charges.
He's one of those guys at Platteville that hung around for 4 years, got his chance his senior year, and made the most out of it. It was a real big factor in the victories.
Now here's Racine St. Catherine's. 6.5 minutes away, perhaps, from a win, but here's Young.
Good decision. Saw where the defense was, then read it, finished it.
Ryan Young has 23 points for Monroe. It was a little close for him, but he still made it. Young is shooting 8 of 11 from the field. Hey. Out of bounds to Monroe.
Again, when you put that many different combinations there, like Coach Lutz, you're going to be a little off. Now he's bringing in some of the main guys back to give a little stability. Finish out strong. Don't want to get sloppy, but at the same time, we like to talk about, Jay, get a little rest for the main men.
Well, as the ball's coming up, they tried to make a substitution. But we're going to keep going.
Little double down Pioneer, clear out one side.
Richard, short. Bunch has it for St. Catharines.
I'm very impressed by DeMatthew, how he runs the show. A lot of coaches in their conference say he's the general.
Hey, good defensive play there. Barkley rather, is going to be called for the offensive foul.
Again, that's typical of Monroe. They're willing to take the charge. Some teams aren't. Monroe definitely tries to take the charge. Definitely got it there.
First personal foul on Cordero Barkley.
Again, a good rotation, good chest up, had his shoulder square, outside the paint. You're going to get the call there. I was mentioning, I think Coach Murphy took the most flops in any practice I've ever seen when I was at UW-Platteville.
Flops?
Took a flop, took a charge. He was good.
Were they charged or flops?
There were a lot of flops. He was a good actor. He was a real good actor. And he always looked at me when I was reffing. I'd always ref. The assistants always ref. He'd say, I got the call, Coach. I got the call. And I'd just shake my head and go the other way.
Do you know how much that last statement is going to haunt you for the next few weeks when he finds out about it?
He knows that.
But you know, deep down inside, he knows that.
Again, Monroe really getting after it. This is typical of them. Blue-collar mentality in that town. Nice step out. Good release, though. For a big man like him to shoot it like that, as smooth as he is, he's proven it today.
Bostic missed the three, and then as Young tried to head down court, he is fouled by Bostic. Bob Letch looks up at the scoreboard and says, hey, we're only leading by 20 all of a sudden. What's going on here?
He's very hard on his kids, but he knows his kids can take it. He challenges them, and they accept it.
He's seen a few things in his 26 years at Racine St. Catharines, 40 years in the Racine school, essentially.
I tell you, you could sit down and listen to him for a long. When he starts saying, well, I had breakfast, went fishing, we talked, played cards with Rick Majerus, Al McGuire, still use the same plays Al used to use back in the 60s, 70s. Then you sit there and your ears perk up because this man has seen a lot. He's done a lot for the game. He's done a lot for young people.
Cordero Barkley's second personal foul. So Ryan Young steps to the line. 23 points on the game for Ryan Young. 23 of the 40 for Monroe. Missed the first.
He's been very aggressive. Not been hesitant all game. Very smooth in getting the ball in quick position, so even the height and the length hasn't affected him.
And in only 19 minutes of action, 23 points.
Again, big thing, just finish out solid. Come ready to play for tomorrow for St. Cat's. Again, like to run that corner to try to isolate in the post, get that lob from the wing, almost like a high-low, but from the wing.
Still a 20-point lead for St. Catharines.
They do such a nice job moving the ball. Their bigs do. You don't always get that with your bigs. Your bigs sometimes a little bit hesitant about moving the ball. Their bigs definitely move the ball and move it fast.
Barkley to Bostic.
How many times do we see that today?
Man.
I think it just, when we run the highlights, let's just run one and we'll say times 10.
19 for Bostic. Young. Tip Falker, no.
One of the very few putbacks, or one of the second attempts Monroe's been able to get all night.
Kyle Falker averages over 14 points a game. He has only 2 points today for Monroe.
Again, they cover up so much. You might be trying hard, you might be working the same cuts, same screens, but you just don't see this link too often, and you can't simulate it in practice. Again, that high-low to the corner, trying to isolate the mismatch. Start out high and drift low. Right now, Barkley's got about a 5-6 inch difference in height.
This game started about an hour and 5 minutes ago. We're almost done with it. Down to 3 minutes left.
The other thing is impressive. St. Cat's, their turnovers are very few and far between. And
well, there you go.
Well, Coach Murphy said you probably should say that more often than would have happened.
But it had been a long time before that had happened. Aaron Richards in. Charlie Cates is in for Monroe.
Right now, Coach Letch is thinking, What can we do to keep this momentum going? They, you know, they played games back to back, but when you're at this high level, I'm sure the adrenaline will be rushing for the kids tomorrow.
Foul. Charlie Cates will shoot free throws. Racine St. Catherine foul on 31. Devron Boston.
About a week ago at this time, Coach Letts was looking up at the clock, and they're down by 15 in the sectional final to Milwaukee Lutheran. He had one last weapon. He never used it all year. It was a 1-3-1 trap, and he said, I thought we were out of weapons, and all of a sudden that 15-point lead disappeared. They won the game coming back in the second half, and here they are. He said, feel very fortunate. Didn't think I'd be here when it was the same situation.
Milwaukee Lutheran led that game 47-32, but then Racine St. Catherine's outscored them 23-3 the rest of the way, and Milwaukee Lutheran didn't score a field goal in the final 4 minutes because of that streak.
And that was a highly talented, well-coached team. It's just the momentum went the other way.
Timeout with 3:12 left. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Hi, I'm Bo Ryan. You may know me as the head basketball coach of the Wisconsin Badgers. When it comes to choosing a financial institution, I'm a consumer. As a consumer, I look for a financial institution committed to helping me reach my personal goals. I look for a community bank. In today's world of big business mergers, you still have local options. When you bank with a community bank, you receive personal service, a full range of financial products, and when you need a decision, it's made right here in the community. Join a winning team. Visit a community bank today.
Sweet. Shake stuff up.
.312 remaining in our fourth quarter. John Nedelkoff and Jay Wilson live at the Kohl Center. It's been an impressive show by the Racine St. Catherine's Angels. And the big three we showed you at the start, well, that turned out pretty well for those guys.
It's just what we stated. They're so deadly around the bucket, but I'm so impressed on how they move the ball amongst each other. And then they get out on the break so well. He's going to be a heck of a talent down the line, that Barkley. He plays such good D, but his offense is coming.
Bunch and Barkley have 6 assists each today, in addition to all those points.
A lot of individual records, a lot of team records set possibly today. Getting a little 1-4 high with a dribble J up.
Matthew called for the foul.
Typical, like I said, on the road team. They're willing to take charge, hard-nosed kids, play like their coach played.
It's the fourth foul on Jamie DeMatthew.
Again, most likely a set play here. Try to get a quick look. Little play two with a ball screen at the top.
Young. 2 more for Ryan Young.
I like Monroe's energy. They've really played hard. It's hard to sustain the momentum like St. Cat's had, and they've played so many lineups. But Monroe at the same time has not given up. They've given everything and actually played even better. Again, little dribble J, clock up, try to isolate a dribble shot, then go off another ball screen and continue. It's almost like a continuity offense.
Richard tries for the steal. He's called for the foul.
Monroe foul number 3, Aaron Richard, his second.
His second, team's fourth, down to 2:20 in the quarter, in the game. Seymour and Northwestern coming up next.
Looking for a lob here.
There's Barkley to DeMatthew.
I really like what this DeMatthew does. He really sets the table for everybody.
Bostic driving, foul. Pat Murphy's going to clear his bench with 2:10 left.
It's not what Coach Murphy envisioned. It's not the way he wanted it, but they've had a heck of a season. They overcame Dodgeville, an obstacle, a huge obstacle the year before, and Dodgeville was rated, had an extremely well-coached team, highly rated, and they were able to take Dodgeville out and come back, win a couple more close games. They can just say they made it to state. They might be playing one of the most highly talented teams in the state as well.
Big hand for the Monroe starters who come out. Aaron Richards, a junior. Mitch Kubley's a junior. Young, Falker, they're seniors. And we'll try and get you all the names of the Monroe players that are in. Number 12 with the ball is Mark Fields. And he loses it to Cordero Barkley. 42 for Monroe is Adam Hutchinson. Adam Hutchinson, 42. 21 is Dan Suter for Monroe. Now Bob Letch will get his bench into the game. Ryan Bechtold is number 20 for Monroe. Number 10 is Brett Pick.
Little 1-4 series, dribble to the wing, dribble at the wing, and then the guy clocks up from the wing up the lane line. Might get a ball screen, might get a fade screen on the weak side.
Bob Letch gets a timeout. Pretty much to get his players into the game, I think. And now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Winning the big game takes hard work, focus, and a commitment to the team. And that's a lesson that applies off the court as well. Wisconsin public schools are great schools. Our teachers are the finest in the nation, and our students succeed at every level. Through hard work, focus, and a commitment to our schools, we can ensure a brighter future for our children and a better Wisconsin for us all. WEAC is proud to support WIAA boys and girls sports and reminds you that great schools benefit you.
So 3 drivers on one policy is not a problem?
Not a problem. You might even qualify for a discount.
Discount? Really?
Really? Like there's a multi-vehicle, or if we insure your home or farm, and then...
Right. Here we go.
Rural Mutual agents always make time to listen, whether it's about your personal, small business, or farm insurance.
You gotta keep that breathing going, you know? Yeah.
Racine St. Catharines is a minute 31 away from a berth in the State Division II championship game tomorrow afternoon here at the Kohl Center. In the record book, let's see how the shooting's going. Well, barring a ton of shots here that clank in the last minute and a half, they may get the record for the best field goal percentage in one game ever.
We were talking earlier how few teams shoot it so well down there. We'd be real good fortune tellers, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, if you give me about 10 layups, I'll make most of them too.
That's true. Well, we'll see about that.
I might make 7, maybe. Dan Suter miss. Mark Fields trying to dish it off. Gets it back out to Bechtold for 3.
Great feeling to do something like that. Doesn't matter what part of the game, come off the bench, do something like that, something to remember well.
You know, if I'm Ryan Bechtold, I don't take another shot the rest of the day. I had my career 1 for 1, all time.
Come out with a smile, that's for sure.
Let's catch you up on some Racine St. Catharines players. 20, Brandon Scott. There's a nice feed to Gertenbach, who missed it. 30 is Paul Tarkowski. He's the son of athletic director Jeff Tarkowski. Now here comes Dan Suter, blocked there. Boy, they have guys who can block him off the bench. That's Wardell Satterwhite. Now here's Adam Hutchinson.
Another nice smooth shot at the elbow.
We're down to the final 15 seconds. Oh, there's a misconnection there. The Racine player hit the floor hard at Brandon Scott. Count the basket. Ryan Bechtold's 2 for 2.
Excellent finish, going for 3.
He averages 0.5 points per game.
That just jumped about 100%, 200%, 300%. Almost like your mutual funds, Jeff.
He's going for the trifecta here. A made 3, a made 2, and a made free throw.
Excellent finish. Did get fouled, kept his eyes on the rim, did the job.
Oh, make it, please. Oh, he missed it.
Stop hexing.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. But the final seconds count down. Scott missed it, and that does it. Racine St. Catharines into the Division II championship game. Cordero Barkley leads the Angels 63-51 the final. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
The right one. comes with the good stuff. Carl F. Stotts and Sons.
Carl F. Stotts, Dane County's ag leader for over 75 years, welcomes back a name that shaped American agriculture, McCormick Tractors. See the full line of McCormick tractors, including the CX, MC, or MTX series with ratings from 73 to 176 horsepower. And now the McCormick GX series of compact four-wheel drive tractors with ratings from 35 to 50 horsepower. Trust the names farmers have trusted from the beginning. McCormick and Carl F. Stotts and Sons.
Here at Fagan Chevrolet, we pride ourselves in being the #1 new car and certified used car dealer in the area. We have over 13 acres of new and used vehicles to serve you. And our sales staff is very experienced in all aspects of the car business. And our owners are local and on-site daily to keep up on what's happening.
Don, don't forget about all the big sales.
Oh yeah, and that too. Fagan Chevrolet Cadillac, why go anywhere else?
It's time for Slumberland's 11-hour sale.
Check the clock, you crazy little tick-tock.
Save 20 to 46% on great stuff and pay no interest for 24 months.
It rolls, it rocks, tick-tock.
Save over $100 on a Simmons Ultra Plush.
Stop the clock, tick-tock.
Save 43% on this dining set.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Slumberland's 11-hour sale ticks away this Saturday.
Crazy little tick-tock.
63-51, Racine St. Catherine's the winner. Let's go to Scott Emmerich. He's with Angels head coach Bob Letch and one of the stars of the game, Cordero Barkley. Scott?
Hey, thanks a lot, Jay. Bob Letch, you guys come down here for the first time ever in WIAA and shoot 67%. I mean, forget about first-time jitters. That's just the way you draw it up, right?
Yeah, that's our game is going inside, and you got a high percentage shot, but we also can shoot outside. We had a couple threes, and we've hit threes throughout the year, but our strength is going into our post and Cordero taking the ball in and dishing it off to the postman. Our guards do a good job with that. And I think Devron and Reggie pass very well to each other.
You were 76% shooting through the first 3 quarters. Those are eye-popping numbers. I mean, did you sit back and just kind of enjoy the show?
No, I wasn't enjoying it. No, you don't enjoy the show because, they came back and we lost momentum in the second half by kind of trying to look for the real good shot instead of attacking like we did in the first half. It was my fault that we did that, but when you have a 24, 26-point lead, you can kind of do that.
Bostic, Bunch, and Barkley, the Killer Bees, combined for 49 points. Talk about them.
All three of them have been just tremendous this year. Cordero, he's our senior leader. He's been my starter for the last 3 years. He's been my defensive specialist. But people don't realize, he only averages 8 or 9 points a game. But they don't realize what he does for the team. He's one of the top. He's second in assists. He's leader in blocks. He's second in steals. He controls the tempo, even though he's not the point guy. But he talks to the guys on the court. He's like another coach on the court. Throughout the year.
Okay. Coach Barkley, how do you say that? Coach Barkley on the floor. Cordero, tell me about that fast start. You started the game on a 13-4 run. How important was that for you?
That was very important for us. We had the chance to get relaxed, and we started knocking down more and more shots. And it seemed like the more relaxed we got, we started executing our offense even more. So that worked for us very well.
You talked about being relaxed, but teams just don't come in here and shoot 67%, not in their first trip down to the Kohl Center. How much did confidence play a role?
Yeah, our confidence played a big role. We knew that we could come in and we could get it into the post, and we took high percentage shots. We didn't come out shooting a lot of threes, and that played a big role. Us just being confident and playing in big games. So.
All right, guys. Hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon in our Division IV state championship. Good luck. We'll be all set. John, back over to you.
Thanks a lot. I think when Bob Letch looks at the tape, he might enjoy it.
I think he will. He just wants to keep the momentum going for one more day.
Yeah. And to Monroe's credit, they outscored St. Catherine's 21-5 in the fourth quarter. So
no doubt Coach Murphy was going to get them to play even harder the second half, and they did. And they were very efficient with what they did.
Time for our play of the game. It's brought to you by the Carpenters from the NWRCC. Your first stop for a career in carpentry. Visit them at nwrcc.org. Reggie Bunch, alley-oop to Cordero Barkley. Your play of the game.